for the first 2 minutes of this episode, Chris will be learning how to do things again. Oh, goodness me. Oh, goodness me. Buttons. Got the buttons. Don't mind the spinnings. Okay.
Having to, like, position my arms just so makes me forget about my spine being positioned just so. This game is already wreaking havoc on my back.
There's just so much physical labor that goes into playing a game with motion controls.
Right, like, I might stand on my feet sometimes for, like, 18 hours in a day for work.
Oh.
Not that bad on the back. This game, for, like, an hour and a half,
Get me out.
wrecking me.
Okay, let's try this. That's not the shoot. I keep trying to hit A for the shoot button.
Doesn't look too different now, does it? Looks a lot like this dingus is still playing.
Oh, good. But we're a little closer to where we need to be.
Just play a little safer hugging the walls and stuff.
Gotta do that for
Now the walls are getting taken away from you.
It'll be fine. I'll be okay.
He is.
Okay. So I'm guessing I scan this and that activates all this.
That's what I think. Nope, that's not the case.
No? Is there...
We'll try it now.
Let's find out. Yeah, let's find out. Yeah, okay, now.
Okay, now it works.
Activated.
So, jump.
You pricks! I've been scanning these things for God knows how long! God.
Cannonball!
Well, yeah, you're right. Probably should start from the bottom and work my way up. Oh, and I'm alive!
Hey, perfectly positioned.
And shoot the crap out of that. Get Mr. Scan Master 5000 out here. Activate that.
Swoop.
Jump it over here. Okay. What?
Yep. Yeah.
Okay.
Alright.
Is that one already activated? Whatever.
We're just that good. Just that good.
That's weird. And upsetting. And then Dimitri over there. Boom, everything's good. Let's go. Oh. I know game. I understand that a lesser gamer would not know where to go, but I am a greater gamer. I'm a bronze gamer.
But this isn't made for modern day gamer ranking systems.
Yeah.
These are 90s gamers.
2000s.
Early.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a window where you get like kind of a bubble.
An overlap.
Not everyone was up to date yet.
Very true. I think this is
like 04?
I think it's 02. 02 to 09 is what I think the trilogy said.
Makes sense.
But I think this is about the time that they were starting to get games started getting, I think, mainstream popularity when Halo came out.
It was here-ish.
Yes. I think which is 2001, 2002. So this is probably about the time. But at the same time, the industry wasn't accounting for that. This is still a time when game stuff
no one understood them.
Well, yeah, it was more niche. It was like you were in it and you knew the secret language of
sometimes
these games.
And they were still you could still get lucky and just hire random people to make a game and get a good game sometimes.
Yeah, you're like, this crazy dino game, and you're like, why sure, why not? Whereas now it's like, you have to put out something that was already known, or else they're just not going to publish it at this point.
Yeah, well, even then, you kind of had to tie it to something to get commercial success.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But you didn't even need like a good dev team then. You just needed like 10 guys who were willing to figure it out. Have fun with the boss.
Look at the mobile department, or the mobile industry.
Well, yeah, but like, did you know how many people made GoldenEye?
Like 4, right? And they were all like interns.
Yeah, none of them. Yeah,
it was
5.
They had
it was
5.
less than 10 people, and only one of them had ever worked on a game before in their life.
Yeah, which was their lead, essentially.
Yeah.
Because
they're the only one that had any experience.
Yeah, which was kind of good, because then you had people that had no idea what they were doing, and you're like, oh, well, now you can think outside the box, and no one's going to really give a crap.
He's a plant. He needs sunlight.
Oh.
Is his food.
Oh.
Gotta take his food away. Gotta make him hungry.
And then I gotta put my ball in him. Yeah. Who likes my ball? Yeah, you love my ball. And my bombs. You love when I make a big explosion all at your hairy stamen.
Oh, yeah. Is there anything that I love more than just cramming my balls into a nice hairy stamen?
Oh, yeah. Love it. Oh, who set these up? Who's the asshole?
Hey, look at the bright side.
I get it. Get out of here.
You know, that's even more punny than I meant to be.
But you did it.
So I was gonna say, now you just get more excuse to shove your balls into stuff.
That's very true. My favorite thing. And away I go!
Yeah,
Hup,
yeah, it undid your handiwork there, bud.
Did he? What? Oh, I gotta shoot him enough. Got it. Oh, yeah, he's gotta go down.
It might have gone all the way up, but he can, I think, knock him back into position.
Come on, yep. Bronzy.
You also got that charge shots and the missiles.
Oh my goodness gracious, you're right. It's probably
All that stuff you haven't been allowed to use, I got while you weren't looking.
Go away. Wow, that makes that like 40 times better. No, don't do it. Oh, okay, good. And away I go.
Bum, 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 bum.
Da 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 da. Set fire to your pedals and such. Chris Weedwhacker.
I mean, he looks like a whole lot of enemies I've seen in games that came out after this one.
Yeah?
Can't really think of many before, besides, I mean, generic plant monster, but
Yeah.
that particular, like, set of aesthetics looks a lot like a lot of RPG bosses I've seen since.
Oh, oh no, please. Please, not my beautiful face. There you go. Need to go away. Get away.
He's drunk.
Uh,
Drunk with
don't
point.
do it. Don't do it. Just leave it alone. Leave it alone. Get in there. Flagara.
Flagra.
No. Oh, don't you pricky prick. Oh, I gotta go all the way over here. Do a hop, scoot, and a step just to turn this off. How dare you?
The rolly jump's nice, ain't it?
Yeah, it's kind of fun actually. Like, even for motion control, it's just like, oh, look at me. I'm having so much fun.
It's so responsive. Like,
I
it's
went
more
the wrong way.
responsive than so many things. My God.
That's for you.
Sleep.
Going in here real quick. No!
What do you?
Oh! It forced me out. I didn't do that on purpose, I swear. Okay, well, we got that. No! I just did that, you absolute prick. Get out of here. Shut all this down, you're just like, I don't even care if it's shut it down. I just want to make sure it's going to be a big pain in your ass if you do. Have fun with it.
You are trying to murder him.
You know, that's the... I'm tired of this defense. You're trying to murder... Hey, dick, you were dead.
And I mean, before you got here, you were just taking a nap.
Yeah, and now he's gonna be on fire. And so he can take an even longer nap. Is he done yet? I'm not done yet. I have to get all 4 now, don't I?
I don't think so for some reason. I
Oh,
think you just
never
won.
mind. Nope. This is definitely not a winning situation.
Oh no, this is this is a supercharging situation. I kind of thought it was like, oh, 4 is too much for Flagra. In an attempt to destroy you, its hubris lit it on fire.
Oh, missed. Try one more time. Stop it. Stop it. Please stop it. You're a real jerk. Okay. That. Do that.
Oh yeah.
That's faster. Much faster.
With the quickness.
And look, this is right here. It's so convenient. Guess who's gonna be my bitch now?
We should play more games that my nostalgia brain says were hard.
Uh,
It's so satisfying to crush through what probably took me a couple weeks as a kid.
Yeah.
This was definitely a week or two to get through this part.
Well, I mean, that's why we were going through the Banjo series, because I remember that being like, that was like months of work at a certain point.
Oh, definitely.
And
I mean, that was my first video game that I owned, and first 3D video game maybe ever, other than... Yeah, that was probably my first 3D video game ever
Yeah.
that I had and
trying to
played,
think.
period. I might have played GoldenEye once with a friend or something. Oh, Jet Force Gemini might have played that first.
I'm sorry for your loss. Whoa. Whoa.
Yeah,
What's
it's
this?
that's a suit.
This.
That's a suit.
What? What?
Look at your shoulders.
What? Oh!
Watch them transform. You go from boring and drab to more retro style with some big power shoulders.
Oh my goodness.
Boom, boom.
I should just put the Sailor Moon theme song on when she transforms.
I like that. That or
Oh.
this would also be a good time for
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. Wow, we had
a
this
shopping montage
Ah.
of Samus trying on different suits.
I gotcha. Oh, I got the Wario suit. Wait, does that mean I can now heat effectively, or?
You can heat more than you could. You can be in hot places, but you can't wade through lava yet.
Hold on. Wario suit.
Whoa! Don't look at the lore.
Whoa, I'm not.
We haven't read any instructions.
I'm looking at the suit.
I have read not a word.
Handle higher temperatures than normal. Extreme heat sources and heat-based
that.
attacks will still cause damage. Okay. Making sure. I just wanted to know. I'm just double checking.
No one ever trusts me on these.
I
things.
trust you.
Water doesn't hurt anymore.
Oh. There's some water monsters down here. I'm gonna flip my goddamn shit.
There is not much draw distance down here, so that would be extra scary.
I don't appreciate it. I'm trying to think. I was trying to think initially like what the first 3D game was, but I'm pretty sure it's just Quake for me, as far as that's concerned.
Makes sense.
But Quake was a big one for like my family. Like we all played that one as like a team. We'd get like 3 or 4 people on at a time and just LAN party that shit between like me, my mom, and my dad, and my brother.
I've never played Quake.
Really? If it was, I really wish. And the funny thing is, I actually talked to John Romero about this, which is not a phrase I get to say ever in my life.
Not often.
No, I actually I went to GDC one year, and I met John Romero, one of the creators of Doom. Not Carmack, unfortunately, but I did meet Romero, who was a pretty cool guy in his own right. But like, I explained to him like, because he was playing Doom with a bunch of people. Like it was like, yeah, you get a chance to play Doom with John Romero. And I was like, well, I'd really like it if you guys would put like Quake or something on like the Xbox Live Arcade or something like that, because that's the one I used to play like with my mom and my dad and stuff like that. And all the guys around me were like, but your mom and your dad played Quake with you? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, your parents sound awesome. I'm like, yeah, they were fucking cool. Well, I got into games in the first place, but like I told him directly, like, please put it on those things. Like, out of anyone in the world, you have the most say in that shit. Probably between him and Carmack. But yeah, that was never happened.
Worth a shot.
It was. I'm really disappointed because I would have really liked to have had a chance to play Quake online in a situation where I didn't have to worry about setting up fucking IP addresses to effectively online connect to things, because I'm not great with the old school style of connecting to things.
Hear that, kids? You don't know how good you have it.
Oh, seriously. Matchmaking is the best thing that they could have ever invented in this world. Pretty fucking sweet that you can just kind of connect to someone through a
Even the
lobby.
early days of Xbox Live were kind of janky.
They were. That's why I never had like Xbox Live for the original, because it was just like, it was all handled in game. So like,
yeah, it was a game-to-game basis, whether it sucked or not.
Yeah, which
for the most part.
Halo 2 was good.
Yeah, Halo 2 was awesome.
Halo 2 was like friends list, and you're like, Jesus, you're intelligent. Thank you.
It's one of the first games I ever played online.
Yeah.
That and Need for Speed, Most Wanted.
Never played that one online. Watched you guys play it a lot on not online.
Someone I don't remember, but existed. There's a save point behind you.
That's not my job.
You're right. Don't do it, or do. Regardless, I'll go back for it. It was someone. Oh god, I don't even know. It was some dude who was bragging a little too hard about their gaming skills.
Oh.
One of those. But they definitely were like, no, let's play Need for Speed, but play it online.
Yeah.
I was like, but why? I can just run away from the cops forever and have fun. Oh, internet.
How'd that go?
Laggy.
Oh.
That's how it was. It was.
Yeah.
It was a launch title for the 360.
Oh, yeah, it's probably not great.
No, and it's a racing game, so split second to everything is all that matters.
Yeah. Do it.
But
Oh, worth it. 1 point of damage, I'll take it.
Still salty about the time they re-released that game, but then they were like, just kidding, we're just making another one with the exact same name as your favorite in our entire series.
I was gonna say,
games.
I thought they just remade it.
No.
Did they not?
No, that Need for Speed Most Wanted that came out in like 2014 or whatever.
Yeah, recently.
Yeah, that was a completely unrelated. I mean, it was a Need for Speed game, but it wasn't Most Wanted. It was its own separate Most Wanted.
That's dumb. We need to.
Right?
We need to. I'm really tired of this, and I'm probably bitched about this enough in other episodes. But I'm getting tired of game companies doing stupid shit like that. Like especially with like, ooh, I'm still mad about Activision. Like without fail, I'm still mad about them being like, hey, you know this old game that we made a remake of that. In realistic situation, we probably took a bunch of the source code and just hired more artists than programmers to make it look pretty rather than anything else. Yeah, we're gonna add microtransactions onto it, even though we made you pay like $40, or in my case, because I bought the special edition, $60. So have fun with that. Which I understand. It's optional. It's perfectly fine if it's not if you don't pay for anything. Yeah, but it's kind of the more effective way to earn stuff in an economy where you've made it like, you know, part of the economy. Like you don't just sit there and make a bunch of like amounts and estimates for costumes and then like, you know, not expect people to want to buy your thing. You're gonna weigh it in the you know the direction of like it's more time cost effective to actually buy that shit.
I feel like it's a skeezy move to add it as an update later.
Oh
too.
yeah, because that especially with the
Like if you buy a game launch day and it doesn't have like that part of why I would buy a game is because it doesn't have in-game purchases.
yeah, and a lot of people beating this part over the head, which I completely agree with. Is like that game came out to absolute praise, like beyond a doubt. Like everyone fucking loved that game. So it's
cool.
So it's like scores were like off the charts, and now that they've got the good scores and the good faith from everyone, now they're just gonna put in microtransactions. Which means like the box doesn't have any of the ESRB labels that says in-game purchases, so it's not tainted by that.
Ooh, those crafty buggers. Think of how many children love Crash Bandicoot. Probably still, I imagine...
Have been shown by their parents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Older siblings or what have you. Crash, don't die. His design, character design's too good.
Yep. Okay. Well, be a real dick about this, why don't you?
Yeah, about that.
But there's that, and it's also like...
I think you just gotta be good.
I know. I'm just gonna a quick scan on these fucks. It's just in general, it's like one of those things of like, you know, they... No, please! Not like this! I can't bomb! Oh, okay. Okay. What's the point of that?
You know.
Oh, okay. Okay, good. I did do the right thing. Just making sure. But yeah, no, they get around it that way. They do a bunch of skeezy stuff. They earn good faith. So basically, on paper, the game looks really good, and doesn't mention anything about the microtransactions because of
if
course,
you Google it, you're gonna get a bunch of the reviews that had a high traffic from when it came out.
9 out of 10. Oh, it doesn't say anything about micro. That's weird. What the fuck's
And
all
the
this
box
about?
isn't gonna have it on there, like you said, for a couple months until they run through the initial print copies.
And even then, I don't think that the ASRB is even gonna go back through it and do it again because
that's true. That would require them to reevaluate the game, which probably requires the Activision to pay them to do it, and which would also require them to make them pay them.
I mean, they did the same thing with like the Call of Duty series, and I'm not going to be surprised if they do it with the new Call of Duty because the new Call of Duty from the gameplay looks really good. Like I'm actually kind of excited about it because it looks like an old school like modern warfare style shooter, and it looks really solid, looks really fun, really tight. But I guarantee they're going to do the same thing where they don't launch with launch with microtransactions, and then at a certain point they're like, yeah, here's all this new free DLC that comes in loot boxes, and you're like, you sons of bitches, what are you trying to do? So I'm kind of like on the bandwagon of that I was with like EA, where I'm probably going to stop buying Activision games, which unfortunately means I'm going to stop buying Crash Bandicoot and Spyro games. And I don't want to do that because I like that series. I like both those series, but on principle, I'm going to have to do that crap.
I mean, other than old pre-owned classics, I haven't bought an EA game in years.
Yeah, exactly. Well, even then, because like Battlefront 2 came out, it's gone down to like $4 for the entire like collection thing, and I refuse to.
I refuse. I never bought the first new one.
I bought the first new one being optimistic because the one mode that they had in there was...
I played the demo and I was enough for me to know it was going to be hot demons.
Oh, that's unfortunate. But I liked the demo because I liked the premise of the style, like the what's it called? Did you die already? I like the premise of the AT-AT fight thing. Like that was cool. But then, like, they're like, oh yeah, it's a new mode, and you're like, oh cool. But they didn't have the original, like, Conquest mode at all. Things are really messing with my stuff.
Yeah. Missiles are a good idea here.
I'm gonna do it.
They've got some tracking on them when you're locked onto stuff.
Oh, God, why? There we go.
So this is when the game gets real, in case you didn't notice.
Apparently.
Because that happens, and the real enemies show up shortly.
Oh, no.
So far, we've only had, like, critters that get mad, because
you're in their space.
I stole the words out of my tongue.
Sorry.
Right off my tongue.
They were just sitting there. I wanted them.
I was tasting them
you know
a little
what?
longer before I gave them to you.
Oh, jeez. Let me get to a safer spot. Oh, you sons of... Out of here. Are you serious? You're gonna take all my missiles? Okay. Let's take a quick pause here. I'll be back with more Metroid.